Hello. Oh my goodness, y'all already here. Hi, Heaven 333. I'm so glad you made it. I saw your comment earlier. I'm very happy you made it. Let me see, make sure my live chat and make sure everything's good. Um, Lunar Ascension, my darling, you are a moderator in this, okay? Is that okay with you? In fact, I'm gonna make both of you guys moderators if you guys are okay with that because there can be some weird, like, negative energy, and I trust both of you. Okay, awesome. And Heaven 333 Gemini, can you make a comment? Awesome. Okay. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but you should have a little wrench next to your names that tells you that you're a moderator. Okay, awesome. Okay, I want to talk about today Mercury retrograde and how it's not always a negative. In fact, it's not a negative at all. Okay. So a lot of times when we're reading like horoscopes or we go read anything done by astrologers, they'll say a lot about what, yes, absolutely. And that's why you're here, darling. So they'll say a lot about how Mercury retrograde's here and your car's going to break down, communications are going to go all haywire, and those things can happen. They can happen for sure. I've definitely seen it. I am Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. Geminis are also ruled by Mercury, so it affects us much more intensely. Okay. However, I don't know if this is happening to anyone else. Is anyone else getting? Ooh, I just got a ringing in my ear, so I assume yes. Is anyone else getting a kind of charged energy out of this Mercury retrograde? My comments do show up a little slower, so sometimes I'll keep talking and come back to it. So if you're feeling a little bit more charged by the, yeah, I'll be good, I promise. So if you're feeling charged a little bit by this Mercury retrograde, or you're feeling the need to grow by this Mercury retrograde, this is meaning that you've ascended, darling. Okay? You have ascended and you are now, I want you to listen to me closely here, okay? I cannot believe I just looked down. These cards are everywhere. As you can see, I want everybody to kind of look down here. They were just kind of going everywhere. Right on top here, I was literally about to talk about tower moments. Okay? Now, when a lot of energy coming in. A lot of spirit guides here. You guys, I'm feeling your questions, okay? I'm feeling your questions before you even write them. So it's a good thing they come here faster than they do there. They're slow up there. So before we've gone through our spiritual transformation, how do we learn? We go through these tower moments. Ugh. And you look back at them and you learn the lesson and you move forward and you see why it all happened, right? So that next time when this lightning crashes, right? Do we see the all-seeing eye here? Next time when this lightning crashes, we're not there, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay? Now, as you ascend, as you spiritually transform, and if you are attracted to this channel, it is very likely that you are a very strong empath, a claircognizant, a clairsentient, possibly a clairvoyant. And we're going to have another video talking about all the clairs later. Okay. They all are just as special as the next one. And some of the least flashy ones are actually the flashiest ones. I actually got a lot of confirmation on this from Victor Odo's video. It's called The Three Something Empaths. Three spiritual gifts or powers of an empath. So, excited. So what we are doing now is learning by download rather than tower moment. So if you've heard me say recently in a reading and it resonated with you, the pain is done, darling. The pain is done. Time to pull those swords out of your back, right? That 10 of swords. Pull those swords out of your back. Look at the blood. Clean it off and put it in your arsenal where it was always meant to be, right? I know it hurt. I know it wasn't fun. I know it was painful. I know it was traumatizing even. But now it's time. I really meant that when I said the pain is done. No, that doesn't mean life's going to be easy forever and we're all going to be floating around like unicorn farts. and the wind, right? Look what's right under it. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. But the pain really is over, because now, if you are ascending, if you are resonating with this channel, okay, and you're resonating, yes, absolutely, raise your vibe, raise your vibe, raise your vibe. If you're resonating with this channel, my darlings, then this really is over, because this is no longer how they have to teach you. They don't like teaching you this way. And when I say they, I mean the spirit guides. I mean your angels. And many of you out there have to realize you are an angel. You are an earth angel. It is time to connect with your angelic self. I don't know who that was for. It'll resonate. So it's time to realize now they are going to be speaking to you through download. Now, when is this most powerful? During Mercury Retrograde. That is why Mercury Retrograde seems bad, because when we are in this third dimensional tower self, where the only way we're learning is through tower moments, because we are not what? In unity with consciousness, in unity with spirit. And who was it that said an unconscious life is not even worth living, right? Socrates said something along those lines, not in the same exact words. However, when you live an unconscious life, you're setting yourself up for tower moments. When you live a conscious life, then they teach you by download. Okay, I read for one of our beautiful soul tribe earlier. Her name is BJ, Billy Joe. And not Joel, Joe. I just say it always weird. We were both... She's ascended so much since her last reading, which it's been months. She's ascended so much since her last reading that as soon as I got on, I said, congratulations on the downloads, dude. I mean, she's ascended so much that she charged me up during her reading rather than draining me. A lot of times in my readings, my clients will unconsciously drain me. They don't know they're doing it. But it was almost like her higher self was sending me an energetic thank you every time she was resonating. And we both, not just her, but me, we both were receiving downloads throughout the entire reading. And a lot of past life stuff came in. Very cool. She got to see 3 different of her past lives. It was absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful readings I've done this year. I'm going to come back and look at some of these questions. Give me just a second. So now that many of you have ascended, okay, what is the year 2020? It's going to be huge. I have been saying this. There's a reason why I started my YouTube channel in 2019. I'm here to help prepare our soul tribe for this year. This past year is kind of like coming to grips with everything we've learned. Okay? Now, this specific Mercury retrograde will last through November 20th. Okay? I want you all to be very conscious of your feelings during this time. Mercury retrograde, what does it do? Yes, it does. It's slowing you down so that the appropriate downloads can come in. Okay? It's slowing you down to be conscious of not only your environment, but everything that's reflecting back at you. Okay? Mercury retrograde brings frustrations in order to make you stop and say, what's going on here? It's slowing you down. Okay, this is a good thing. This is something that if you step into it, you can receive downloads. And what have I said? What did I say in the last video? When you receive downloads, they aren't complete until you've acted upon them. Until you act on each individual download, you do not get another one. And there is no time limit. This is an at your own pace course, you guys. Okay, so when you receive a download, just understand that is their way of giving you that rather than this tower moment. So how do you step into a download? I love that this is next. The Hanged Man, right? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man originally is associated with Odin. Okay, he was a Norse god who hung upside down from the tree for, I believe it was 9 days. I always want to say 9, 12. I think it's because of the card of 12. But I believe it was 9 days without food or water for the attainment of spiritual enlightenment. And we can see here that he seems calm in his sacrifice. It is about making a sacrifice. Spiritual enlightenment is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. However, we see here that the sacrifice will be well worth it. And I've said this before, but it always comes back to me when I look at this card. It's so powerful to me. Have you ever seen the show Vikings? I think it's the History Channel. There's I think it's in the first episode, one of the first 2 episodes. I think go back and watch the first episode. I think it's in the very first episode, which I think is even powerful in itself. And he looks at his son, the guy, and he's just a regular farmer, and by the end he's like the king of all the Norse people. But he looks at his son, and they're hiking up to this spiritual place, and he says, Odin hung upside down from a tree for 9 days. He cut his own eye out for the knowledge of the gods, for the wisdom of the gods. 12 watchers right now. This is powerful. Listen to this. For the wisdom of the gods. I would give so much more. Wouldn't you? And wouldn't you? For the wisdom of the gods. What are you willing to sacrifice for your enlightenment? Are you willing to slow down? Are you willing to slow down? This period up until the 20th of this month is going to be integral, and it will highly affect, I'm going to repeat this, it will highly affect, it will highly impact all of 2020 for you. Okay? You've been through so much this year. You've been through so much the past 3-year cycle and 7-year cycle. I want you to look back at that. This is part of what Mercury Retrograde is about, looking back at that. Okay? Slowing down enough to see it, because you want to come into this year clean and new, because something new is happening. The reason is 2020, huge numerological number already, right? That's a 4. That's stabilization. But it's also considered in many religions and in many occult practices to be the perfect number, the holy number. Interesting, right? A lot of people think 3s. Not that that's wrong. All of the numbers have their own vibratory frequency. However, 4s are about manifesting into reality, making stable and real and touching our dreams. Okay? You got to clean house and declutter the last little bits of everything you've learned this year. Everything that you've learned this year. Everything you've learned thus far. Because you guys, this is a whole new life. Okay? You have to be ready for it. Hi, Rustling Around. I'm glad that I caught you. Okay, wait. Before I read the comments, I want to, well, actually, let me go ahead and see this real quick. Okay. Awesome. Haley for Q. Awesome. Heaven 333 Gemini. I definitely, girl, I feel like I felt you in a past life or something. Like I resonate with you on a level for sure. Oh my goodness, this phone. Okay. Lunar Ascension. I literally have been hearing that song so much lately. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Right? That's the Beatles. And that's what's coming in 2020. And let's think about the 4, right? The 4 of Wands. There's that beautiful sun. Everything is stable. It's about making a reality your dreams. I was kind of hoping it would just be popping out here. Okay. Who else do we have here? Rustling Around, Hastings UK here, and I love your live chat. So happy to see you too, darling. Lisa, hi. Okay, so I want to get into some of the written down like crazy. Y'all know me. It just was like flowing in. Okay, so Mercury is about second chances. Some of you may be hearing from old friends, old family members, anything like that. You may hugely start thinking about the people you're going to be seeing at holidays, things like that. It's time to make amends. It's time to clear some things out, okay? So you may be hearing from, ooh, sorry, that my heart just like palpitated. That was frightening, actually. Some of you really need to make these amends. It's going to go a long way in healing your heart chakra. Oh, that scared me. Funny. Going backwards is actually slowing you down for these downloads, okay? So when Mercury retrograde is in retrograde, it's not going backwards, it's slowing down. Or Earth is passing it by, making it appear to slow down. This is allowing us to slow down enough to receive these downloads. And my darlings, if you've been following my channel, okay, you're resonating with me, then you're ready for this, okay? I'm feeling like someone needs to hear this out there. You are gifted. You are gifted. If you're resonating with me, okay? There's someone, and you're going to know who I'm talking to. You're gifted. And you are special. And you do have abilities. And yes, you did have to learn to wield that weapon the hard way. But that's because it's so powerful. They need you to know how extremely powerful it is. And thereby, your higher self, you, chose to be naive to the wisdom until it was made available to you, okay? Until it was necessary for it to be made. You're ready. When I say the pain is done, it's done. So you better heal it and get ready for your new life. Because if you carry that in with you, the pain's not done. Then you're just taking it with you. Then you don't want to start 2020 like this. Okay? So a high level of focus through November 20th especially, but through the rest of the year really. But through November 20th, when Mercury stops going retrograde, of looking at it as thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, spirit guides. Are you saying that I don't have to receive these terrible, terrible, terrible tower moments anymore? I don't have to receive them, that I can walk into the sun clean, fresh. What is the red? Passion. This is 2020 for you guys, in case you didn't know. This is 2020. The red standing for passion, the white for innocence. Feeling like a kid again. Feeling like a kid again. And you are going to have that. You are going to have that. You are going to feel that, okay? Maybe a little bit of deep soul searching, ugly crying, you know. You know what? I told BJ earlier during her reading, I said, you might even need a bottle of wine for some of them. But there's also going to be some beautiful ones. There's not all healing, it has to be negative. Some of it is really beautiful and very positive, okay? And it's not even negative when it hurts. It's just purging, right? It's just purging. Your tears are a physical manifestation of the spiritual purge. Let them out. Let them flow. No more tower moments. Yes, please. Absolutely. And if you're feeling the need for this, this is what you get. But you got to purge out all of that that's no longer serving you. And what am I talking about? Shame, guilt, all of that fear. Look back. And you know, I love it. Again, I'm going to have to quote her. She was getting downloads like crazy during our reading. But BJ said, she keeps hearing, I need to change my story. Some of you need to change your story. This is the time to do it before you walk into 2020. Okay? There's going to be a lot of live sessions and a lot of channeling because I'm really feeling 2020 is going to be the year of the chariot. Okay? And also, they're saying a lot of you have spiritual gifts out there. You have no idea how powerful you are. And it is time to start using them. And I know you've been feeling that push. Okay? So it's time to start knowing your power. Okay? Many of my divine feminines are becoming the empress out there. Many of my divine masculines are about to start attaining their emperor. Okay, they're going to be closer to the end of the year, the attainment or the working into their emperor. Right now, my divine masculines are, funnily enough, doing some divine feminine healing. But my divine feminines are walking into their empress right now. Okay, you're feeling the power. You're saying, "Where's my crown?" Changing your story. Okay, and walking into 2020 fresh, because here comes the sun. This next full moon, you better be doing your full moon ritual. I have actually considered doing a live full moon ritual. You guys let me know in the comments later. Not right now, it's fine. But what you would think about that, because I feel like it would be powerful to do a soul tribe full moon ritual. We could get some stuff manifested and we could really come into this sun with balance, with our divine feminine. I have to have this on the left. With our divine feminine and our divine masculine fully in balance and ready for this new beginning. Okay? I hope you guys are resonating. What else with the channeling? You may be also remembering some, yes, it is this tribe's year, rustling. Is it Russell? Is that your like name? I don't want to have to say rustling around every time. Remembering old projects and completing them. Okay. So if you are catching yourself wanting to finish up some old projects, maybe even a good book, right? That you started and never really had the time to sit down and read, make the time. Okay. There are going to be messages in those things that you're pulled towards. Okay. Hello, Allison, my darling. Good vibes to you. Wow. Okay. It's time to take a break from social media. Okay. How many of you have Facebook accounts out there? I don't even have an Instagram. I don't have any of that. I know that's really bad business sense on my part. That stuff I'm going to be putting into effect probably in the next couple months. Not looking forward to it, but it is something that is necessary if I want to keep growing our tribe and I want to keep getting high consciousness vibes out there, right? Raising frequencies. So I have actually temporarily disabled my Facebook account. And all you have to do this is go to your settings. It's very easy to do. You can put a temporary disable, which means it just removes you from social media just temporarily. And when you're ready to sign back in, you can. That's awesome, right? Time to take a break from social media because it makes it very difficult for you to grow when you're picking up on all of those energies of their growth, because people do not realize how much they're manifesting what they're going through and their growth. Especially people who are not at that level of ascension yet. Okay, they're still going through the tower moments. And in order for us to be teachers and lead them, right? What did I say a couple lives ago? It's time to start acting as a teacher for you are. If you're attracted to this channel, my darling, you're a teacher. It's time to start acting like one. People are watching you. If they see you take a social media break, I put a message and I just said, hey guys, nothing's wrong. I just need a social media break, get back to real life, right? I have enough time on YouTube that I have to. So it allows me to fully focus my energy here rather than on all of the drama and the people. And it's not always drama. Sometimes I get great recipes, but and I catch up with my family and I see pictures of some of the kids that I've really, babies I've never even met that I really want to meet within my own family. Isn't that sad? So social media has its wonderful things. I mean, look at this. This social media site is raising vibes. This channel is raising vibes. It has positive aspects. There's a reason social media is here. It's about utilizing it correctly. So during Mercury retrograde, maybe if you feel like this could at all help you, and I promise you it has helped me, my downloads have doubled. Okay, so if you feel like this would all help you, put some of your social media accounts, if you can, on a temporary disablement. Okay, and you'll start seeing a difference in your life drastically and quickly, because they see, what do I always say? You take action and here comes spirit. It's a cooperation. When they see you take action on something, they're bringing in blessings. They see you taking act. It's a braid. It's a braid, you guys. It's a beautiful interwoven energy mix of cooperation that creates something new. Okay, but you have to do your part. Okay, don't ask. Hi Cassie, you made the live. Yay, soul sister. So don't ask for things without being willing to make the sacrifice, without willing to be like Odin. Maybe you need to write that down somewhere. Be like Odin. Be like Odin, to remind you to make the sacrifice, to do something for your own transformation. And that's when spirit, everything you do for your transformation, it's a conversation. When spirit does something and you react, spirit comes back and says something. When you don't react to a download, that's you dropping your end of the conversation. It's like putting spirit on hold. You can pick up the phone anytime though. Here's the best part. You can pick up the phone anytime because spirit doesn't get tired of being on hold. Okay? Okay. What else is coming through? So the break from social media, highly suggest it. Please, if you guys do this, please update me in my email or in the comments. You can find my email in the about section. Okay? I'm really interested in seeing if it affects your lives the way it has mine. And please don't take that to mean social media is bad or evil or wrong or anything like that. It's a wonderful tool when used correctly. Sometimes we have to pull back from it to realize it is a tool and it's not life, right? It's not real. Okay. You maybe, I think I already said, you may be hearing from some old friends and family. The Mercury retrograde also allows you to take a look at your life and the transformation thus far. Again, especially look back at this past year, which I feel many of you would have done some huge ascension growth. Many of you would have gotten huge downloads, okay? Good. Awesome, darling. Whoa, that was weird. So see, there's a little bit of Mercury retrograde right there. Everybody see me okay? Because it just kind of went off for a while. I think I touched something, but I just don't know what. Okay. Somebody give me a thumbs up so I know that everybody can see me. Because y'all went totally away for a few seconds. Awesome. Awesome. Visual confirmed. Okay. Okay, so what else was coming through? Yeah, so taking a look at your life and the transformation thus far, okay? Mercury retrograde's usually going to last 3 to 4 weeks each time. From today on, if you have been thinking any differently of it, thank you, my darlings. If you've been thinking any differently of it, you need to change your perspective of Mercury retrograde, because it means something different to you now. Mercury retrograde no longer means tower moments for you, no longer means kicking you in the butt to get your attention. Now for you, if you're attracted to this channel, it's very likely that Mercury retrogrades mean download time, download season. And how exciting is that? So from now on, when you hear Mercury retrograde, even though you're going to hear some negative stuff associated with it from now on, you're going to be like, yes, this is my season. This is ET season. Oh, I just thought that the other day. Eternal Transformations is totally ET. Y'all, we're aliens. We're here from somewhere else. No, I'm not going to go there with it. But you know what I mean. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited that you guys are going to be experiencing this with me. And I feel very strongly that everybody that resonates with this channel is going to be experiencing this. So from now on, how exciting is that? Something that was often dreaded is going to be your favorite time of year. How lucky are you? Step into that. You're like, yes, download season. What am I going to get this time? It's like getting a present in the mail. You don't even know. It's like spirit sending you a present in the mail. I know. I'm getting excited. I can feel y'all's excitement, and it's overwhelmingly beautiful. I love it. Keep it up. Yes, celebrate the retrograde. Oh, it's going to be great, you guys. I'm so excited. So we have a lot to look forward to. After this video, I'm going to whole higher vibration. Absolutely. After this video, I'm going to be posting in the community tab all the retrograde times for 2020. Okay. This is so that you can be ready for them, because if you have a certain portal opening up for you, or an alignment that's working in your favor, how can you really take advantage of it if you don't know about it? Right. Okay. The whole thing, this specific Mercury retrograde. I love that, Russell. Mercury retrograde. That's what we're going to call it from now on. Mercury retrograde. I am sweating because the channeling is so strong, and it is not hot. Okay. I'm glad I wore my big armpits today. I have plenty of room to sweat through. Okay, so whenever the Mercury retrograde takes place, I want you to be aware of it and do a meditation the night before each Mercury retrograde. I'm going to post these dates. I want you to put them on your calendar. That's your homework. You're going to go to your calendar and you're going to put Mercury retrograde from the 1st to the 17th or whatever it is, okay? This one specifically, this Mercury retrograde specifically is huge, which is why they're channeling in to talk about it. You guys know I don't often get on here and talk about planetary alignments. Occasionally, I'll talk about a fall equinox or a full moon, but it's rare. I think this is my first time talking about Mercury retrograde. That's because this is the one. This is the one. It's like your initial one where you're getting downloads now. Now I'm hearing from many of you, it was back in like June or something. I don't know, not the last one, but one that was around late spring, early summer, okay? And I have to go look because I don't remember the dates. But that was your first one, and you may not have realized it. In fact, that was probably my first one I may not have realized. So that was your first one when it's like you shifted to this frequency where now they're like, oh, your spirit guides are so relieved. They don't have to give you tower moments because they hate it more than you do. They do. They hate it. It's gross. They don't want to do it. So now they get to just give you information. They're like calling you, hey, what you're doing is kind of screwy. We need you to flip this around, okay? We need you to look at this and realize that's actually a power or a gift, not a curse or something bad, okay? Everything is going to make so much more sense, okay? Oh, Morgan, you're here too. Oh, my Michigan girls. I know, Cassie, that you moved, but y'all, I call y'all my Michigan girls. And I can't tell you, Morgan and Cassie, how much you sound the same on the phone. Okay. So yeah, it's all, this one is so important because it's getting you ready for 2020. And I really want you guys to be ready for it. Okay. Cause you're going to be watching the videos and it's about to get good. I'm sick of saying it, but it's about to get good. I'm thinking about making a t-shirt that just says, it's about to get good, y'all, 2020. Because seriously, we need to remember that what we're going through, this Mercury retrograde, is not anything but a positive. It's getting you ready for this beautiful magic of 2020. Because if you don't take the break now, if you don't take the rest now and pull back from some things now, that's why I said take a break from social media. temporarily disable your social media accounts. Okay. It's not hard to do, you guys. It's really easy. First day or two, you might automatically go to your phone to check Facebook, but then all of a sudden, you don't. And how beautiful is that? That you rearrange those neurons in your head, right? This is your computer. What have I been channeling? This has been channeling through strong. Y'all know spirit will kind of keep going over things until you get it. The whole thing is a story, you guys. This beautiful computer is your software. This brain, this is your software. It is not meant to run the show. How often do you pick up your phone, end up on Facebook or Instagram, and not even know how you got there? Like driving home and not even remember getting home, right? We all have had that happen. But we are in charge of reprogramming that. Okay? This is the time to pull back from that because downloads are coming in. And you have stuff. I'm hearing declutter. You have stuff cluttering up those downloads. Some of you may actually need to take a few days off work. If you still have sick days or vacation days this year, or you can make it work. If you can make the dang sacrifice, right? Some of you might even have to take a hit monetarily. And you might have to make a sacrifice. You might make your boss mad. You might make your coworkers mad. You might make your family mad. But if you have to do that, you have to do that for a day or two. Okay? Disable some social media accounts. Go within. Make the sacrifice because you want to be ready for the things coming to you in the next year. Okay? You're not going to have time to do that next year. That's what I'm trying to say. You aren't going to have time to go and handle all of this stuff, all of this moon energy, all of this different deck. All of it, I was hearing moon energy, all of this moon energy that needs to be healed. Okay? There won't be time to heal that next year. There will always be time. Time is fluid. Time is nothing, whatever. But the planets are aligning in January. Pluto and Saturn are going to be in this miraculous alignment that will raise, it's going to force Earth to raise its vibration. And as Earth raises its vibration, when you're in touch with it and you've already been receiving the downloads, this is a gorgeous transition for you. When you're not in touch with it and you're still cluttered with healing that needs to be done, this can be a tower transition. So you will feel. Morgan, fasting, what a fantastic idea. If you can manage to do that as well, if you can manage to fast, that clears out this channel to receive more information. For those of you who can fast during any part of this Mercury retrograde, especially towards the end of it, okay? So much coming through and they are talking so fast. You guys have so many spirit guides here and you're all resonating and asking more questions at the same time. So it's really funny. Okay, so I'm hearing now a new question. Hold on. That they have an answer for. Okay. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you are a little bit confused about the raising of the vibration of Earth. This is not something. This is not something that. What's going to be unfortunate is that you are going to see it affect those of a lower vibration pretty harshly. Okay, and that's because it's forcing them to rise. You never want to be forced to rise. You want to be part of the dance, right? And if you've been attracted to this channel, you probably are going to be a part of that dance. And it's going to be beautiful. So, what did I say? Act like a teacher. Okay? Act like a teacher and make sure that you're helping those who are going to be going through it harshly. Okay? There's no way to force them through this. They're already being forced through it. You don't want to do that. What you're there for is support and to show through your own actions how to get through this. Okay? So, as people see you start to positively dancing. Yes, but yeah, I was about to say dancing to the tune of the universe. That's so funny, Cassie, because it gets here slower for me. But whenever what I said the other day in a live, the most magical thing is when your heartbeat matches the beat of the universe, right? Whenever your nature is in vibration with nature, right? Getting outside, walking around barefoot, fasting, okay? doing deep meditations, backing off the toxic substances, including, you guys, marijuana. I'm not saying marijuana is bad, but it can slow down and clog the mind a bit. Sometimes I know you see more in your meditations, I've heard, with marijuana and all that kind of stuff. And I've had that experience myself. I love the stuff, don't get me wrong. It's a medicinal plant, but let's start using it as a medicinal plant, okay? So if you are having a hard time focusing and doing your meditations without the use of some kind of chemical substance, then that means there's more practice necessary, not more chemical substance. So back off some of the chemical substance for now, okay? I need to take my own advice for that. The holidays, we tend to drink more. Okay, so for those of you like who, you might drink more wine, there's more holiday parties, things like that. It's an overwhelming energetic time, especially for empaths, but it can be an overwhelmingly magical time, especially for empaths. It's all about how you want to drive the wheel. Okay, are you going to allow spirit to be the gas or the wheel? Okay, here's what it is. You're the gas, spirit's the wheel. Let spirit direct you, and you set your own pace. You understand? When you're feeling like you can handle more, take on more. When you're feeling like you need to go within, listen to your intuition and go within. Okay? That's what this whole Mercury retrograde is about, is realizing how powerful you are as a psychic, how powerful you are. Okay? I know that many of you are thinking, I'm hearing it, that you're not psychic, or that you don't really have, just because your abilities aren't flashy. In fact, many of them are more powerful than some of those flashy ones. Okay? Many of your gifts are more powerful. It's like, I believe it was Victor Odo that was talking about how claircognizant and all-knowing is so powerful, and we look at clairvoyant as more powerful, because clairvoyant is getting images, and then you have to take all these images and put them together and then make an interpretation. Same thing with clairsentient, the feeling. You have to take all these feelings and then make an interpretation. Claircognizant is just a knowing. You don't have to go through all of those steps. Okay, so but claircognizant is the least flashy one of all of the clairs. Okay, but it's actually the most ascended in general terms. Okay, so work on understanding how powerful you are and stepping into how powerful you are. Okay? Okay, awesome. Let me see if I have anything else here. We already got there. Unconscious lies produce tower moments, and it's time to declutter inside and out. More homework. Okay, I know I'm giving you guys a lot, but the only reason I've been giving you guys so much this last month is because it's really important that you do it when the planets are aligned to assist you on a higher vibration frequency. It's kind of like getting a curve on your test, right? Like you're just going to get so much more energy and assistance because they are able to, okay? So when I say declutter your lives inside and out, as within, so without, and vice versa. Okay, so if you're having a hard time with decluttering and finding some of the roots of some of this old stuff you need to heal, then start outside, okay? Declutter one thing a day. Okay, my best friend Kristen got into this habit of cleaning one thing a day for 5 minutes. Who doesn't have 5 minutes? Right after you get off this video, you can start. 5 minutes. And one day she did a junk drawer. One day she did this. And what happens more often than not is you get into it and then you just keep going. And if you don't, that's fine, because you finish your 5 minutes. But if you do, 15 minutes later, and you have like a whole, area cleaned or something like that, a closet, or you never know. You never know. So start decluttering your life inside and out to make room for all these downloads. Our outside material world actually does clutter up ourselves within, okay? Look at things, pick up things, okay? And look, this is a great book, by the way. I highly suggest it. Aristotle's Way. He has great views on happiness, and it's by Edith Hall. Wonderful. So start looking at things and saying, it's like that book, does this bring me joy? Like absolute joy. When your home is suddenly only things that bring you joy, you suddenly live a more joyful life. It's that simple, right? Okay, so that's all I have right now on Mercury retrograde. I hope you guys got something out of that. It was channeling in so hard, and I feel like we're very lucky. We're very blessed. We're ascending so quickly. and our willingness to step into this ascension is what is allowing us to ascend more quickly. So as you're getting these downloads, a reminder, it's only acting on them. It's as you're getting downloads, it's only the reaction, your reaction to these downloads that will enable the next download. And I explained, the personal reading I did earlier, her guides showed it to me in an interesting way. I said, you have such a large download coming in, which is going to be the case for a lot of you watching my channel. You have such a large download coming in, they're giving it to you almost like in puzzle pieces, because they want it to be really complete. They really want you to walk in to 2020 empowered with all of those swords that were in your back now in your arsenal, ready to help the collective. Okay? That will be the next step. In 2020, it's going to be about how are you affecting the collective with these gifts that Spirit gave you, because they're not just for you, darling. They're for you to share, right? They're for you to share. I just got goosebumps all over. So as we share the wisdom that we are gaining, it helps others to raise their, why do I keep messing up with raise and rise? It's so weird. That is not like me. Mercury retrograde, duh, I'm a Virgo. So see, it does happen like that, but that doesn't mean, that's nothing to get butthurt about, right? This is still going to be a magical time for us. Mercury retrograde, like Russell said, Mercury retrograde is now our power time. That is when we are elevating. Everything that you will experience in downloads during your Mercury retrograde is going to be, sorry, they're talking, is going to be what the collective will soon be facing. So when you, okay, beautiful. Okay. So as you come in to Mercury retrogrades, now becoming downloads rather than tower moments. Okay, so you will be vibed up by Mercury retrogrades. You will be energized by them. You will have a need to declutter your life. Like all of a sudden, things that are laying around, it's going to get like overwhelming and like annoying and obvious. You're just going to be like, oh, there's too much crap, and it's going to feel overwhelming. Kelly Thompson, my darling, thank you so much. You have no idea how much every little bit helps. For the super chat. Awesome. So as you're able to do this, and as I'm looking at this 8 of Wands, and they're wanting me to show you, this is what 2020 is going to feel like. I love the connotation of 8 of Wands here, because what's happening? We see this wand right here in the middle, and this is the Ace of Wands in the middle. Okay, I love this one because it's not just a bunch of them going like this. See the Ace of Wands in the middle, right? So it is truly one giant opportunity, but look at Spirit. This looks like downloads. Does this not look like downloads to you guys? Look at Spirit. Because you stepped into this download, because you received it and acted upon it, look at Spirit shooting all of these downloads down. Okay, swiftly. This is what 2020 is going to be like, and this is what now is like for the downloads. Adriana, oh my God, Hollis, you guys have no idea. Thank you so much. I just can't. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. I'm very emotional today. Okay, I want to pull one. I want to pull one Isis tarot card, okay? Because I feel like these are very powerful cards, and they're usually too long to do during horoscope readings. So I'm about to start horoscope readings, but I kind of want to be able to speak to everyone about what they're talking about, and these never fail me. So I want everybody to do me a favor, okay? Take a deep breath. Feel it blow through your crown chakra. Now I want you to find some balance. Okay, move your spine forward, back, side to side until you find this like perfect balance where your tailbone and your root chakra and your crown chakra are just upright, okay? Find that balance. Take a deep breath through the belly, not the chest. Think of a baby. You know when you see your baby laying on its back? You ever notice how they breathe through their belly? That's what you should be doing. When you breathe through your chest, it activates anxiety. That's your body's extra chamber of your lungs, okay? And it gets your heart going. So breathe through your belly. Start practicing that during meditation, okay? Now, everybody just sort of release any expectations you have and ask Spirit to give our collective soul tribe, this beautiful, eternal transformation soul tribe, a powerful, positive message that we can utilize about the energy that we are in right now. Okay? And like I said, these cards never fail me. So the right one's going to come out. Okay, Spirit, we're ready. We are ready when you are. I feel like I can almost feel Spirit getting a feel for every frequency of each card. The right one always comes out. The longer it takes, the better the message is. I'm fine with that. Okay. Life restored. Life restored. Priestess of the Phoenix. What is that? Rising Phoenix. Out of, I am just overcome with it. I'm overcome with it. Out of the destruction, the Phoenix, Rising Phoenix, out of the destruction of that which is destroyed is the rising of something new. And I have this is a scarab beetle. This stands for transformation. This stands for ascension. I have a need to show you my back, which I have not finished this tattoo, but there's a giant scarab beetle right in the middle with wings, right? This stands for transformation. I got this a few months before I started my channel. I got this and prayed the whole time for God to lift me, and he did. She did. They did. Whoever it is out there. So I'm going to read some of this out of the book. They're very long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let's see here. But I think that I will go and post the full description in the community tab. So please go check that after. Actually, what I may do is also post it in the description below, because I know there's a lot of people that couldn't make this live. Okay, Life Restored. Oh, I love this book. It's like truth every time. And this is the Isis Oracle, okay? And I am going to post this below, you guys. If you get any tarot deck in the world and just pull one of these cards a day, it will change your life. Okay, this is how a lot of my spiritual transformation has just... I mean, the woman, Alana Fairchild, who wrote this book, and the artist, his name is Jimmy something. I send them love every day because they've changed my life. Okay, L. My lips are so chapped. I think they were chapped this time last year. I remember being on the videos, always licking my lips. Okay, Life Restored. Beautiful. Okay. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. First sentence. Whatever part of your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as a phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Healed and renewed. My darlings, you got it. Good job. Good job. You've all done amazing. The feelings I'm getting are just so powerful. Life Restored brings messages that a trauma, ending, struggle. What was the first card I pulled, you guys? That a trauma, right? In reverse. Oh, honey, I'm about to cry too. I'm trying to control myself. Y'all's energies are coming through. Life Restored brings messages that a trauma, an ending, struggle, or apparent defeat is not the end of the story for you now. In fact, it is only the beginning. What may appear to be an ending can sometimes simply be the forces of an ancient feminine power flowing into new pathways, pulling energy away from old forms so that they can transition into new forms. So that they can transition, right? Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, transition into new forms. It's being made for you because you were strong enough and powerful enough to go through this darkness, the dark night of the soul. You did it. And you know I'm talking to you. I want you to hear it. This is for you. Take this gift. It's an honor. Take it with honor. Okay? This can take short or long periods of time. Time is fluid, right? It could be over days or years, weeks, months, or decades. It may even be over lifetimes. It doesn't matter how long something appears to have been decaying. It will spring back into life at just the right time. At just the right time. Okay? Just as the river Nile subtly adjusts its course over time, so too will the river of light that flows through you, filling you with life force and divine energy, move with innate wisdom. You can trust what is happening for you now. Something important to you is coming back to life. It might even feel like you are coming back to life after a period of increasing emotional numbness. How many of you have gone through that? Oh, that's hard, especially for us empaths, right? I've definitely been there. I'm going to repeat that. It might even feel like you're coming back to life after a period of increasing emotional numbness, physical or psychological struggle, or spiritual delusionment. It might also be a lifestyle, practice, business, or relationship, new or old, that is coming to life now. You're guided by a divine priestess of the Phoenix, Sister Isis, to turn your face to the sun. To turn your face to the sun. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. We all have to play that song when we get off here and just dance, right? Oh, thank you, Spirit, so much. We are listening. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, I've lost my, okay. Yeah, you're guided by a divine priestess to turn your face to the sun like a child again. All that old is gone. Just as the sacred scarab beetle follows the movement of the sun, you are encouraged to follow on the light and the life that is seeking you now. Do not resign yourself to the way things have been. Do not resign yourself to the way things have been. Change your story. Change your story, and especially the way you've been looking at it. Let go of the past! Exclamation mark. Be brave. Be bold and allow the Phoenix Priestess to inspire you to realize that the return to life, the restoration, the resurrection is upon you now. Have hope and optimism. Just because something has fallen away in the past does not mean it will not have value and be able to grow in the present moment. What I say about old projects might be coming back around. Old ideas. Maybe it wasn't the right time then. Maybe now is the time. Take what is going to be offered in your life, the rebirth that is happening, into your wide open arms now, and be assured that you have transitioned through the energies of death and into the new life now. Peace to you, dear initiate of the light. The past is over. Enjoy your rebirth. The past is over. Enjoy your rebirth. What did I say? The pain is over. The pain is over. You are now ascended. You are still always going to be eternally ascending. What? That's everything to do with my channel, Eternal Transformations. The best part is, though, now this is when the ascension gets fun. This is when you get to communicate directly with your spirit guides. We are going to be growing more. I'm going to be helping you in this next year to get in contact with your spirit guides, to truly be able to hear them in your way. It is going to be different for you all. I am going to be teaching you tarot so that, yes, you can read for yourself. This is entirely possible when done from a place of your higher self and not of ego. I'm going to be teaching you how to do that. Okay, this next year, this is going to be the fun ascension. This is not going to be the growth. I mean, y'all saw me going through it with you. I had to get off for long periods of time with deep depression and deep anxiety. I've talked about my sister committing suicide, about my father being murdered, and you know I had my own stuff to work through. I now see my path in this beautiful, all of those swords I have removed from my back. All of those swords I have looked at, I have ugly cried over, and I have cleaned off the blood. And I look at them now as a precious gift they are. I have put them in my arsenal, and my arsenal's big, you guys. And if you're attracted to this channel, your arsenal's big too. And guess what? When we bring all that together, we have a spiritual army. This is bigger. It's going to be bigger than a tribe. We're a tribe now, but we are going to be an army, lifting, raising. Whoa, weird with the rising. I think it's because rising Phoenix. raising the collective consciousness. We are going to be powerful. And I mean in a good way. I don't mean in an egotistical way. When I say powerful, I mean powerful in spreading love, powerful in raising the collective consciousness. And yes, that is going to emanate out in a personal and abundant way for you. Because spirit, when they want you to focus on raising the collective consciousness, they shower you in abundance so that the material energies of this world don't distract you. When you're worried about money, you can't focus on what they want you to do. Rising because it's happening now, Morgan. Yes, you're so right. Duh. Sorry I put my foot in y'all's face, but I got excited. Did you see my toe? So I always do that when I'm excited. My mother does too. We have a toe thing. So yes, rising because present. It's happening now. It's happening now. Spirit keeps making that come out of my mouth. See, when I'm thinking, when we're talking about Mercury Retrograde being negative and changing the thing, changing our communication, it's because they're trying to channel out the correct words and the correct feelings. Okay. Now, I feel like that was such a great channeling. I love you guys so much. Like, I can feel your energies, and I just can't tell you what it means to me. Many of you, I've either spoken on the phone to or done a reading for, and often, if you schedule a reading with me, you're a soul brother or sister forever. We'll be texting each other all the time, right? So I just want to tell you, truly, not only would I not be doing something I love, and it's not about like monetary, nothing like that. I'm doing something I love because of you, but also you have assisted me in my spiritual growth hopefully as much as I'm assisting you guys. Okay, this is truly a tribal thing. And there's just so much there's not a way to put into words my deep affection and love for you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your energy and your prayers. I feel them. You have risen me up. My cup overfloweth with love because of you. There's no words for what you've done for me. Okay, I'm going to get off here and we're going to start doing some horoscope readings. Spirit's telling me because of the energies right now, I'm going to have to go with the horoscopes that Spirit is telling me to go with rather than in order. They will all still get done. Okay. But certain people are being affected almost like daily. So it has to, or minute wise. So it has to be for their best interest. So the next video that is channeling in to be done, or the next couple, Morgan, my sweet love. Oh, I just love you guys. So the next things that are going to be channeling in the next two or a couple are Virgo and Leo, and I'm hearing Cancer. All of them are going to get done. Do not fear. Do not fear. All of them are going to get done. But some of you will get more use out of your video immediately. And just the messages are super strong for those signs right this second. What else? Gemini also. I'm sorry, Gemini. So Virgo, Leo, Gemini, and Cancer for sure are channeling in heart. So I'm going to try to get to them all today. It is a lot of energy. So I do my best, and then sometimes it just knocks me on my butt, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because if I get on here when I'm drained, it's me speaking from ego. And if I do that, they stop giving me the messages. You know what I mean? They can't trust me with the gift anymore. And it is a powerful gift, and I'm honored to have it. And I want to be so authentic with you guys. I know that you hopefully are changing your life because of some of these videos, and I want you to, because I do feel like this message, these are not for me. I'm just the channel. And I'm able to resonate with you because I'm going through it at the same time as you. Okay, so I'm not just teaching you, I'm going through it with you. Okay, this is like, it's just an amazing thing that they're putting through here. Okay, I have a lot of cups I'm looking at right now. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Interesting. Just really step into, right? Okay, so this is about coming together with others, right? And 3 is a very powerful number. Really step into being alone right now. Water is also very powerful right now, okay? Mercury retrograde is very powerful for you right now. Love and light to you, my soul tribe. Catch you on the flip side.